Welcome to part 2 of my series called Learn Roblox Studio. If I sound dead, that's because I kinda am. I switched my scene over to my main. Look, it's 4 in the morning, so I feel really tired. I haven't slept at all. Anyways. Log out really quick. I'm feeling so tired. Let's start with the basics. So, with the building, you can learn around and you'll get it. Alright, don't worry about this rope. It was some testing. Anyways, today's video is going to be on the basics of scripting, client and server. We'll talk about client and server, I believe, a bit about this in this video and way more in the next. So, right here we're in the workspace, alright? Now let's make a script. Make a local script. Let's make and a script, or a server script. Let's just do... So this is our server script, and this will be alright. If we actually ran it, hello, I'm a server script. For some reason this one never popped up. Hello, I'm a local script. It's just my Wi-Fi. Yes, hello, I'm a server script is the only thing that's initialized. Because this is, when you run it, local scripts are normally not supposed to be in the workspace. They're normally stored in a starter GUI or starter player, right? So if you go right here, you can see client and server, right? Server is basically what Roblox Studio is. What client is when you play the game. How about this? Let's say the client, let's do this. Instant.new, let's just do part game.workspace.cframe game humanoid group part.cframe times cframe dot new 03:0. Right, I did that. Now I spawned a part on top of me. Right? Look at the server. Oh, look, it's not there. Maybe why? Maybe because the command was called. If we call it the command from the server. See, index local player and nil value. Because the server doesn't look at one player. It looks at all the players. So there is no difference of where it is and where it's not. This one will see it. But if I created instances here, all these, look, I'm standing on one. The server doesn't see it. It just looks like I'm standing on thin air. And so does other people. Other people can't see this either. It's only client-sided. Now, let me explain filtering enabled. This was forced onto Roblox games I think like a couple years ago. That means before, local scripts could act like server scripts, and server scripts could act like local scripts. They had no boundaries between them. So, and that was really easy for exploiters. Right, so we forced it to FE, and now we have to use many other things like remotes and stuff, which I'll teach you. So, the workspace, server scripts, these are filled with local scripts because replicated storage is for local players. Server script, that is server. A starter GUI, that's local. Starter player, that can be local or server-sided. So, with this in mind, we can actually, there's like a little button here. Like a button. Okay, so that's a button. So the local script inside this. So this one will change the brick color to red. This is the local script. Let's make a server script with the same script. I'm going to disable this one. No. So, join the game. Don't worry about this. This is for some other plugins that I have here. So this will turn it red. Hey, look. The client sees it red. What does the server see? Oh, look. What is this? Gray. Now if you change it from script to this, local script is disabled while the script is enabled. You get, when you press it, it'll still turn red, but oh look, the server can see it's red, and the other people can too. That's basically the server script, right? This is actually pretty complex for Roblox hackers. Roblox hacking really consists of only a local sided, so it's really hard to make, like, say a back door as you have access to the game. So, with that in mind, let's start with the basics of scripting. Okay, let's start with the first. First one is print. Print. In the output down here, we'll go into view and output. This is what it will see. So, hello, I am print. Another one that's about the same, but it also goes in here, is warn. Warn. Hello, I am warn. Now you can see me put these quotation marks between them, which can actually just be these. Many people don't do it like that. I do it like that. Looks better. What this signifies is basically if we made a string, we would need these because it will define it. Because if you made like hello world, it would be unknown. When you have a string, it's going to show it's a string, and that will create the instance. And instead of having to make a variable, if you just put like that, that's fine. Alright, next one. We can write variables. We have local variables. Local variables. So local global. Local message to viewers equals. And then we can save this as a number, Boolean, custom things like vector3 and stuff like that, C-frame, and it can also be stored as nothing by just creating the instance of the variable, but never even adding a value to it. Subscribe. Okay, now message to me. So these are globals. Wait, give me a second. So these are globals. These are global variables. If they don't have a local in front of it. Don't know the difference, but now we can also we can actually put internal variables. Function print me. And we can see we can put either a local or a global, but global is unpreferred because see it will, if you look at it, is in the enclosing function. So we normally use locals inside functions. And we can do. So next part we're going to learn about is joining strings. So in many other coding languages, you have to turn it into a string if it's a number, and you have to do the plus symbol, which can also be mixed up with like numbers. On Lua, it's different. So you can just do print message to views plus plus separator plus 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 plus, and you can actually add individual string to plus plus my name. Now we'll talk more about functions, but you're going to have to call the function. Alright, now let's try. So, hello, I'm Print. Hello, I'm Warm. Please like and subscribe to Crystal Code. So that's me. Okay. Next part, functions. Function. So there are two different types of functions. A local function. And we have just normal function. So between these, there's a little bit of a difference. So if you look right here, before we go on to those, inside here we can put arguments. Arguments can be like message, age, like coolness, anything like that. And inside here, these can be stored as temporary variables. So we can do print message and plus plus, or we can put a comma like that, coolness. It will not join the strings, but just print it as an array. We'll talk more about those in a second. Now, we can also, in these, just print message. So here, we can call this a few times. Local function mean 100 and local function friend negative 100. So you can see there's no difference. See? Me 1000, friend negative 1000, negative 100. So you can see that how useful functions be. But inside both of these, there's no difference between them. You can also do a return. What return will do is it will return a value. So we'll say this. Also, I forgot to tell you what comments are. These are comments, just 2 dashes. Multi-line comments are 2 dashes followed by 2 of these. And then 2 dashes followed by these. Or you can just get rid of these 2 dashes, but I keep it to make it look nice. So local functions are the same as functions, and they can both return. But people rather prefer local functions, and it's a good habit to get into, but we can show that with just function. Function, we can do get sum, A and B. Now normally if you wanted to, you could just print A plus B, right? But no, we don't want to do that. We want to set this as a variable. If we set a variable like this, local sum equals A plus B, this will not be accessible outside of this function. See, sum equals sum plus 1. There is no sum. This isn't a thing. See, if I run it, no, it doesn't show up in the script. See, sum, a nil value. Nil means like no value, or not existent. So that's where the thing called return comes. Return, we can just do return sum. Now, like booleans or numbers, this acts like its own type. So you can do local sum of numbers. equals get sum. So we're calling the function, but it's going to be stored to this variable. Do 10 and 20. We can do print sum of numbers. It should be 30 because 20 plus 10 is 30. 30, see? In the bottom. And I can prove to you that it's going to work just fine for local function. See? They're both 30. So there's not much difference between them. Now let's go on to talking about data types. Because I don't know what else. So we have many types. We have integers. So integer int equals 10. Integers are basically a whole number. Doubles, or like numbers with decimal values, it can hold. It can hold also strings. It can also hold booleans. And it can also hold custom values like vector equals vector 3.new. And it can also hold locations. If you look at the Explorer, I call these locations. Like if you look at baseplate, the location is workspace, then baseplate. Then you can do this. Game.workspace.baseplate. So it can hold, if we call the baseplate function, we can actually access all the properties of the baseplate, what it would have. Just to see, glass. So that's very useful in many cases. Sometimes you can also change these variables. So if these are all locals, like they're supposed to be, so if it's a local value, even if it is a global value, it should work. If you put like string equals no world equals good night world, like that, this value will be changed to this new value. Also with functions, I forgot to mention that only functions are you can inside a function you can actually call other functions, but they only can be higher or preloaded. So you can also just do print. And to save time, instead of doing play, we're just doing run. Run just automatically takes it. Goodnight world. See, it used to be hello world, but now it's goodnight world. Next part, dictionaries. We'll talk more about that in another video. But I would say these are about the basics. What you could do with it. Look more up about like color 3 and all these. And also like these cool functions. The next one we'll be talking about how to overcome filtering enabled. Kinda. Anyways, that's it for tonight. I meant like today. So tired. Alright, I wish you a good night or a good day where you are, and have a great day.